What's up, everyone? Welcome back to another episode of the Heel Hookers Podcast, episode 178. We are back with an absolutely incredible review to none other than, or preview, I should say, to none other than another PFL event, everyone. Let's fucking go. That's what we here for. That's what everyone tuning in is here for. We all know that. It's PFL. Mr. Wonderful, Phil Davis, Rob
Jimmy,
Wilkins.
you be doing too much.
Can you slap him for me?
I guess we also have UFC. I guess there's also one championship. I guess there's also boxing on Friday. I guess there's also boxing on Monday.
And Saturday.
Fuck. Oh, yeah,
Canelo.
fuck, and Saturday. Yeah, Canelo sucks, though. Nobody cares.
What?
Championship ducker right there, I'd say. He's the same thing as John Jones right now. Let's get into all the bullshit, but before we do, like and subscribe if you appreciate everybody, bro. So many boxing people would be so upset about that.
The way I would not like and subscribe listening to you right now.
Leave your hate comments for Jimmy in the comments below.
I guess we have these significantly better events than PFL, but whatever.
If you want the best goddamn MMA takes and opinions in the sport right now, like and subscribe to the shit that I got to say. Sometimes these guys agree with me and they can be a little bit smart, but hey, you know, it is what it is. We like the diverse
Get on
opinions.
with the fights. Oh my
God. You fucking...
I can't. This is some bullshit.
You see what we got to deal with on this show? The ego.
Yes, big ego Jim Bob.
Big ego guy.
But PFL though, right? That's what
Jesus,
I really don't care, if I'm going to be honest.
We got heavyweights, we got light heavyweights.
Like, I will say
it's
that.
not the greatest card.
There's some potential, but overall,
yeah. It's the two not greatest divisions, honestly, and just MMA more generally. So then you go to a promotion like PFL. Yeah. It's obviously going to be much weaker. But in the main event, Mr. Wonderful Phil Davis taking on Rob Wilkinson, easily the best fight on the card. Easily the best, just like two guys in both of these tournaments. So it really does kind of suck that we get it as a first round fight because they should have just been setting this up for.
They should have been on opposite ends. Yeah.
So it's one of those things where I guess, you know, this is like the fight that people are probably more likely going to want to see. So do you do the thing that everyone always says is the mistake to, have them on opposite sides and then try and build up, which never happens? Or do you just do it right at the end, right to start so you actually get the fight? So it is one of those things, you know, where it's a hard spot. But I do think that this is going to be probably a very tough fight for Rob Wilkinson. In PFL, he's really been going out there and trying to just put the hands on these motherfuckers and really get them out of there. Even though Phil Davis is 40 years old, I really don't think he's going to be able to do that. I'm expecting a very solid decision win for Phil Davis. He's going to use that grappling. He's going to be taking him down, beating him up on top, and probably win 30-27.
Oh, yeah. That's definitely what I'm thinking. Phil Davis is just going to be able to... I personally think Phil Davis is going to win the 205 tournament this year.
Yeah, he is definitely favored for me, too.
Once I saw him in the tournament, I was like, okay, so we have our winner. You know? But I've been wrong for a bunch the other tournament, so who fucking knows?
Yeah, I definitely understand that, but he definitely should be favored to win it, honestly.
Yes, he should be.
You got fucking Shoeface. You got Shoeface in the bracket too. I feel like if anything, he's like the only other live person really to kind of get it done. But yeah, taking on Carl Moore in the featured bout should be all right. Definitely expecting Shoeface to probably pull out a sub. That would be nice.
Yep.
And then on the heavyweight side, I mean, Valentin Moldavsky, Sergey Bilistany, Moldavsky, he's really just riding off that Fedor hype still at this point.
Yep.
But we do got Alexander Romanov in the heavyweight tournament, so that would be pretty awesome to see if he could roll through that shit and end up with a $500,000 bonus at the end of it. That'd be nice for him.
I think it'd be really funny if we somehow got Alexander Romanov versus Rodrigo Nascimento in the final.
I don't know if they are on opposite sides, but if they are, that would be awesome. That'd just
be hilarious.
UFC guys just fucking
It's funny because that was both of their last fights.
Yeah.
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 Just,
Romanov
fight
beat him
and
in a
both get
decision.
cut.
Yeah.
Yeah, that would be great. But yeah, is PFL 205 in heavyweights. There's not the most to get into, but we do have that on Thursday, so
Yes.
that should hopefully
We have
produce some.
the only day we don't have fights is on Sunday. Is that right?
Yep. Thursday, Friday, Saturday.
Now I need to
Stacked
make
out
sure.
with fights. But yeah, so we'll see how that goes. First
Nope,
round.
Rising on Sunday.
Very nice. So yeah, we'll see how that plays out though.
God.
On Friday, we do have one championship. Not the greatest card overall, so really not too much to go into. It's Kong Thorny versus Nongo in the main event. It's one of those things where it's like Nongo is a big name for one championship, but just older, just way past his prime at this point.
Yeah, he's 38 years old. Like,
yeah. So it's just like, I don't know, especially with the Thai guys, how many fights they've had, like, especially when it starts to like get to that point of like, okay, you're older and just taking a lot of damage. It's like, man, I really don't even care to see him fight anymore. You know what I mean? But then Tai Ruotolo defended his title against Dante Leon in the co-main event.
They're 1-1 against each other in grappling.
Interesting.
Nice.
Yeah, he won a decision against him back in 2020, and then Tai choked him out in 21.
Nice.
Yeah.
Okay.
So yeah, hopefully we end up with a fun one in that. Just, I don't know, at this point it's like just a lot of Tai's grappling bouts haven't been as fun recently. You know what I mean? Just like not as, I don't know, just doesn't have the same excitement as Cade. You know what I mean? But
Right.
we'll see how that plays out though. I don't have it in front of me, but I feel like there was another decent fight on the card.
Oh, it was Jordan Estupin on his back.
Yes, that's what it was.
Which he's just, he's fighting Ali Saladov, which actually I'm pretty sure we've seen him before. But it's just always fun. So that's all that matters. Like,
yeah, exactly.
It doesn't matter who he's fighting, just a good fight. Muay Thai.
I'd say
that shit
looks like
should be great.
Ali's fought twice in one championship. One of them against Black Panther.
Nice.
I saw that name and I was like, what?
Yeah, people be having some cool names out there. But yeah, so that's one championship. Only 8 fights on it right now that Topology has on it. So we'll see how all of that ends up. It'd be like that sometimes where it's like fucking 2-3 days before, then it's like, oh, this is the full card, So we'll see how that plays out. Also on Friday, do got some boxing, which that honestly should be a fucking fun card. We got Ryan Garcia, Rolly Romero at the top of it. Also got Devin Haney on the card. Got fucking Teofimo Lopez. And they're just doing that shit in the fucking middle of Times Square. No tickets sold. You just fucking walk up and watch if you're there. So that should be interesting to see how the production and everything is, just what the results end up being. But, we ain't much of a boxing people over here. Some of the fights, we'll have a little bit more to say about than others. But yeah. We'll see how all that motherfucking shit plays out. But on Saturday, the real shit that matters. From Des Moines, Iowa, right? The greatest city in the greatest state on the greatest planet, right?
I don't know if any of those were true.
It was the planet for me, honestly. On the greatest planet. Growing from city, state, planet.
City.
Yeah.
State. Skip country. Go straight to planet.
Main event. 135-pound bout between Corey the Sandman Sandhagen taking on former 125 champion Davison Figueiredo. This should be a fucking sick fight, honestly.
Yes.
I am so excited to see how this plays out. Obviously, you got to think that Davison is going to be looking to take this shit to the ground, get on top, get some work going, probably try and get a sub over Corey Sandhagen, where Corey's going to be trying to defend those takedowns and land something big. How are you guys feeling about this fight headed into it coming up on fight week?
Oof. Rough. It's just one of those things where they're both really good in all areas, really. It just is going to come down to who actually can implement the game plan more. And I don't know, I think the movement the in and out is going to give Davison Figueiredo problems from Corey Sandhagen.
Yeah.
I think the stance switching is going to give him problems. And I think Corey's just going to be able to keep him on the end of his punches and just be able to keep his range and be able to put it on Davison Figueiredo.
Yeah, I definitely agree with that.
His offensive and defensive footwork is just really good, and I don't think Davison's going to be able to lock him down, so to speak.
Yeah, and it's like, Corey, both of them coming off of losses, actually.
Yes.
Corey, his last fight being to Umar Nurmagomedov, took a unanimous decision loss in that one. And it's like, he did really well, like, obviously preparing for the grappling and getting, like, just being on top of it defensively, but it really nullified his offense a lot. Yes. And obviously, Davison is a fucking great fighter and a great grappler, and he can be very physical in there. Not the same kind of grappler that Umar is, especially in the 135-pound division, with just the physicality, the techniques, and everything. I don't think Corey is going to be nearly as worried about all of that. Also has a 6-inch height advantage with a 2-inch reach advantage only, which is just fucking, it's always just crazy when you see one of those things. But it's like, I agree with you where like the footwork, the in and out, side to side, all of that is just gonna, I feel like Corey's gonna be levels ahead in the striking and the footwork. Davison, 37 years old at this point, just on the older side, just starting to slow down a little bit. You know what I mean? Like I really do think that this is Corey's fight to win. Like he should win this one. Probably gonna walk out of here with a spectacular finish, in my opinion. Honestly,
You think so,
bro?
I feel like possible.
I feel like I think that we're going to get a vintage Corey Sandhagen performance where he's on the come up. Everyone was excited. And it's like, he's going to land some crazy spinning shit. He's going to land a flying knee. Like, he's going to do something absolutely spectacular to stamp his name at the top of the division in 2025.
Listen, I would love that. Don't get me wrong. It's just, I don't know. Figgy's definitely a hard guy to finish. He only has 2 losses. His one knockout loss was a doctor stoppage because of the swelling on his eye, so it's not like he really got knocked out or TKO'd, you know what I mean?
Oh yeah.
One submission loss. It's like he's just hard to get out of there. And but that would be awesome to see from Corey. I would love that, but I'm just kind of feeling like he's going to win a good decision in a great fight. Like,
no, I get it. It's just one of those things because Corey is so creative at times. Like, he's able to throw his, throw the spinning heel kicks, throw up flying knees, throw up a flying knee, land it, and then go into an inverted triangle. Like, you know what I mean? Like, he just has so many weapons, so many options. Like, it is just very interesting with this fight. And like, I was just looking at the Umar fight. It wasn't until the 5th round where Umar was able to get over a minute of control time, where he got 2 minutes 36 seconds. Corey was doing extremely well to not be controlled on the ground from Umar. So I don't know if Figueiredo is going to be able to control him like that on the ground.
Yeah.
And because honestly, because it's just with you saying of like how, like, just creative and just dynamic Corey is. It's like Davison is obviously super good, but especially on the feet, he's simple. It's very solid, but it's like, especially at 135, all like him on the feet in the striking is he moves around on the outside and then he comes in for big counters or whatever. Bro, Corey is going to fucking drag him in just like he did to Frankie Edgar. Like, I really feel like the height, like everything, I don't know if it's going to be as early, you know what I mean? But it's like, that's the kind of shit I'm expecting. I feel like within a round or two, Corey's going to get all the patterns, all the rhythms. As long as he's not getting taken down and controlled, which, you know what I mean? It's like, obviously, like was saying that he has, Davison has different grappling for Umar. He does have a much better chance to like possibly grab the back and get like control time from there. You know what I mean?
Yes.
But it's like, if Corey is just like working on the feet with him and everything, I feel like within 10 minutes, he's going to find the timing and be able to, like in the 2nd or 3rd round, land that big shot and pull Davison into something to get the finish. It's like, I know, like you said, like only getting finished twice, like, once by TKO, the doctor stoppage and sub, and both of them being by Brandon Moreno. But it's like, I think that just at this point, being 37 years old, how good of a striker that Corey is, I feel like he can get it done to like land something big. Probably not going to be like a unconscious thing, but like just get him real hurt, put him down. You know what I mean? Follow up or something. And
I mean, it's not like I'd be surprised, like, oh my god, he actually did it, but
no, yeah.
wasn't necessarily what I was leaning towards. But I do think Corey has this.
Yeah, it should be good though, man. For as long as it lasts.
Outside, I like the technicalities of this fight and like how it goes, who wins, all that stuff. Like, what does this fight actually like really mean? Being 4-5 in the division, both coming off losses, like especially with someone like Merab Dvalishvili right now being the champion, him rematching Sean O'Malley. You have Petr Yan right there as well. Like, what does this really mean for these two in this division at this moment?
Bro, 135 is in such a strange spot right now.
Yep.
I feel like for Corey, if he gets like a really good win, then it's like maybe he can get the loser of fucking Merab Sean too. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then the winner of that fight fights Petr more than likely, and then the winner of that, like, you know, just like that little tournament bracket.
Yeah.
But it's like it's just hard because they've both have lost to fucking Petr before. You know, he just lost to Umar. Like
Besides,
I don't know. It's just it's very hard. Davidson, like, 37 years old. Like, it's
because like in the top 8 right now, the only two he hasn't fought are the champion Merab and Sean O'Malley. Corey has fought. He's fighting Davison right now, but he's fought Petr, Umar, Song, Vera, Font. He hasn't fought Cejudo. He's fought Mario before, if I remember correctly, way earlier in their careers.
Yeah, he stepped them early on in his career.
So it's just like everyone in the top 10, he's fought them all to varying levels of success. So it is just an interesting position to be put in. Figgy just coming up to the division, you know, not recently, but fairly recently, considering like his wins are Font, Garbrandt, Cheeto, and then losing to Yan. Like,
yeah,
it just is.
That really is just so crazy that it's like, after this fight, it's like literally 2 people in the top 10 that fucking Corey hasn't fought.
Yeah.
You know what I like that like that is just fucking insane. But it really is just hard. Like, this division right now, more than anything, is just a matter of timelines and who's available when, and like, what have you done for me recently? You know what I mean? Like, that's it is just so crucial to just get anytime you have the opportunity to get as big of a win as you can, and then just be fucking available for anything, because who knows who's gonna slide into anywhere at any point, because it's like, you could end up with fucking Song fighting Umar or some shit, you know what I mean? And then it's like, if Song wins, now all of a sudden he's getting a title shot. Like, you just like you never know who's gonna get match made where. It's like they've just been doing weird, like, you know, bookings, and like it just like Jose Aldo just still just fighting down and back and stuff, and it's like I just feel like with at any point, like, one of these other guys like Tyler Phillips or something could just, like, you know, like, get a win and then just get like a big opportunity up. Marcus McGee get a big, you know what I mean? Like, who just I really don't know how they're gonna play out this division to kind of get it moving in a good way again. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah, for real.
But definitely all over the place. We'll see how it all plays out. Whoever gets the win. Co-main event though, 185 pounds, pretty damn good and interesting fight. RDR, he is back taking on Bo Knackle, and I am just so goddamn curious to see how this fight plays out.
Yes.
It's like, more than likely, Bo should be able to get the better of the grappling and just be able to, like, get the takedowns, maintain dominant position.
Yeah.
But
do you think so?
Yeah, I really feel like that should be the more likely thing. But it's just like, I don't actually know if that's how it is going to play out.
Because, all right, it's so fucking hard because I don't know. With this, it's like when Bo was fighting Paul Craig, and Paul Craig obviously has like a very dangerous submission game. He did not want to take it to the ground, and at no point did he. He was just very content to throw shots occasionally and easily win the decision. You know what I mean?
Occasionally, he was pumping out them overhand lefts, brother.
Overhand.
I know. I'm talking
overhand.
Every goddamn like 5 seconds, it was just overhand. That's all he had.
Overhand to the body.
Either way. I know I'm just talking shit, but
I'm also just talking shit.
So that's like the first thing of that
That's
makes
fair.
me curious of, is Bo Nickel actually going to want to go to the ground? Because it's like Reiner is 19-2. His 2 losses are by knockout, both to Anatoly.
19 and Anatoly, brother.
Yes. Anyway, out of his 19 wins, 14 of them are submissions and of varying submissions.
Oh yeah.
He's
a wacky jiu-jitsu fuck.
Yes, he is really good off of his back. He's good on top. Like, he can find the submission in a lot of different places. So it makes me curious, like, is Bo actually going to be willing to take him to the ground? And where is he going to feel comfortable going from there? Because it's like, he has all different types of chokes, whether there aren't like rear naked arm triangles, Darce's inverted triangle chokes. Like, he can get it done. Is Bo going to be like comfortable doing that? And if he is, that's where it's like, okay, how does this shit go?
Yeah, I get it.
Like, I feel like Reiner's really going to turn this into like, no, we're grappling. Or Bo's going to have to lay on top of him and pray. Like,
it's just one of those things with this that because I have watched the least of RDR out of the 3 of us, obviously. And I just cannot get over
the GM3.
Him going life and death with GM3. Like, I sincerely can't. It's just one of those things where I do think Bo should be able to win this fight. And, like, he can potentially tire out RDR because of the physicality of it, what he does. You know what I mean? With the grappling and all that. Like, he is going to be throwing shots while he, like, has him clinch against the cage. If he gets him there, he's going to be doing all these things. I just feel like it's entirely possible for RDR to get tired in this fight. But I also feel like he shoots a lace double onto the cage, all of a sudden he's getting ninja choke or darced. This fight is so... It's either going one way or it's going the other. It is not... I for some reason, just don't feel like it's going to be a close fight, but it's just going to go one way or the other. I don't know why, but that's the feeling I get from this.
Yeah, see, I feel like this is a fight where, like, anything can happen. Like, I really, like, no matter what plays out, like, I won't be surprised. I feel like I'm just be like, okay, that's
now, I'm not going to lie.
You know
I will be significantly impressed by Bo Nickel if he can catch a sub on Reiner. I will be very impressed by that. I'm not going to lie. Because it's like...
That'd be kind of insane, yeah.
All things about Bo, like, the way we're talking about him, he's still only 7-0.
Yep.
You know what I mean? He's very early in his career. He is 29 years old. You know what I mean? It's like his wins in the UFC aren't guys that are like super high level. It's good experience for him. And I love that he's had that like climb.
Yeah.
But Reiner definitely does have more experience. Like I said, his only 2 losses are like the losses to Anatoly. He's going to be hard to sub. And I would be very impressed if Bo was able to catch that on him.
Like, that's definitely, like, the most impressive thing for him to do, like, for sure. But it's kind of like to Ginger's point where it's like, yeah, he did go fucking life and death with fucking GM3. And it's like...
listen, I'm not one to defend, like, Reiner. We know the way that I talk about him. But we also do have to, like, remember that, like, it was, like, the first fight in the UFC. But it was also his first fight back down at 185 for real in a long time. That it's like, I know it's Kevin Holland, but he obviously looked a lot better there.
Yeah, I know,
like, he might have just needed that one fight of adjustment of like, holy shit, I'm back down at this weight. And like, because even his one fight outside of one championship before that was at 205.
No, yeah.
He was down 20 pounds from where he had been fighting for years at this point. So I feel like we should give him that.
For sure. The only thing is that it's like, because obviously, like, I feel like he obviously has the chance to, like, catch Bo in, like, the grappling scenarios, not the wrestling scenarios. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
But that's where it's like, I feel like Bo's physicality and, like, the dominant with the wrestling, that it's like, I don't think RDR has, like, that level of wrestling where it's like, it kind of like the Armin Charles thing, you know what I mean? Where it's like Bo's gonna get him down and he's gonna be able to control him. And if like RDR is really trying to do things, throw things up or whatever, I feel like Bo's probably gonna be able to stuff them, whatever. And it's like if he starts to like just actually get tired, Bo could easily just be like, okay, I like moved on top to like side control, arm triangle. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like it's like I don't know, like if it's like first round while they're both like still fresh or whatever, and he caught him, that would be very surprising. But like a late second, third round sub, I feel like that's easily possible for Bo Nickel here. I'm just like, I just really don't know where RDR overall is at in the division. But it's like with that, I don't know where the fuck Bo Nickel is actually at in the division, because to your point, he had a great grappler in Paul Craig in front of him, the best one that he's fought in the UFC to this point, and he just threw fucking overhands at him. So it's just like, is that going to be your game plan against RDR? Because it's like, RDR is going to try and grapple with him and force the wacky scenarios and whatever, but I feel like he has a better chance than Paul Craig. But it's like, Bo is a great wrestler to the point where it's like, if he wants to have the sprawl and brawl game plan, he could probably do that against anyone in the division. You know what I mean? So it's like, so it's just like, I like just fucking curious to see how this shit plays out, man. It really should be good.
Oh yeah.
I don't think it'll be boring either way, but yeah. So let's go. Co-main event should be a whole lot of fun. Featured bout.
Old man's fight.
5 years ago, 7 years ago. Great scrap right here.
Yeah.
And it's still going to be fun for sure. But
we got two 38-year-old men in front of us.
Oh, Ponzinibbio and fucking D-Rod, man. It's just like, they're just both past it. They're both good. Yeah. They're both fun. And they're going to put on a good fun fight for as long as whichever one of them can handle it. You know what I mean? I don't even know. It's like, it's like maybe Ponzi wins. You know what I mean? Like, I really have no idea,
man.
It's
going to be interesting as hell. I just think that if we're looking at it, I think that maybe D-Rod's boxing is going to be slightly better than Ponzinibbio's stand-up, and he might be able to just win out a decision through that. But, like, at the same time, Ponzi's tricky, man. He still has some power in those hands.
Oh, yeah. He's got... Yeah. But, it's definitely going to be a fun fight at 170 pounds. Like you said, old man fight, so... We'll see how that one goes.
It's entirely possible that gets fight of the night.
I was just going to say they're going to be fight of the night, though.
Yeah, that's extremely possible. Next fight, though, 135 pounds. Got a couple 135-pound fights on this card.
Yeah.
Montel Jackson still got that top 15 ranking, right?
Yep, number 15.
Still number 15? Yep. He is back defending that spot against undefeated prospect and Daniel Marcos. We've been waiting for Marcos to be able to get that shot inside the top 15, and he's finally getting against newly ranked Montel.
The guy I have on my draft. I'm like, come on.
Yup. It's pretty awesome. I do like it.
But now I need Montel to win.
Nope, he ain't winning. He
ain't
can't
winning.
win. It's impossible for him to win.
I don't know.
What can Montel do in this fight to win, Kate?
Marcos is undefeated.
He is undefeated.
Right hand.
Never been knocked out before.
Undefeated.
Fucking hate this guy.
Like, what do you mean?
6-0 in amateurs.
Well, Damone Blackshear was never knocked out before either, and Montel Jackson did it 18 seconds into the round.
These are the facts of the case. They are.
You're right. He wasn't undefeated.
He knew how to lose before that fight. He wanted out of there quick. It is hard because
his second pro fight fought someone who was 20-36.
Marcos?
Yeah. No. Jackson.
Marcos' second pro fight, he fought someone 7-11-2. It's hard because the last one, the split decision over Adrian Yanez, you know what I mean? Just like super close one. I definitely remember thinking that he was gonna be more impressive in that one than what he was.
Yeah.
Obviously Adrian Yanez, like, he's got some great stand-up, but like he just has the deficiencies in the just defensive side of the boxing, and like he can really be there to get hit.
Yeah.
So it's like going to a split, just not really kind of being able to dominate that one, like, you know, just thinking. Montel, man,
the thing with the Yanez fight is Yanez like was just doing what he needed to do, like intervening months to really just like shore up some of his like striking, maybe not his defense, but like be able to counter, roll with shots. Like he was still there to be hit, but like I don't know, like Yanez, I feel like, has just been trying to steadily improve, and it just was like Marcos also. What was the fight right before that? Is that the one where it was the no contest? No, it was 2 before that.
No, it was
but like Castaneda was not.
All right, Castaneda.
Well, yeah, it wasn't the. Yeah. Who isn't the greatest fighter at 135? So like,
yeah,
I don't know. I mean, the thing is, like, when you look at his record right now, right? He has a knockout in the second round, split decision, no contest, UD split. I wouldn't be too worried. He's gone to split with Adrian Yanez and Davey Green. Like, those aren't terrible for this, especially considering, like, where he's going up against Montel Jackson, who, yeah.
5 wins, 3 knockouts.
5, yeah. But, like, 2 of the, one of those is JP buys.
Hey, JP buys was a bad decision.
So.
Knocked out Haniaya, Jesse Strader, and Mon Blexian in the last one.
No, and I get it. It's just one of those things where I think he should be able to win this fight.
Yeah. I feel like he should be able to, but I wonder if that fucking left hand just might find its home at some point.
It could,
and just add him to the list of fucking defeated fighters this year.
Yeah,
could be.
It's rough. I'm super excited for it though. Let's see how that shit plays out. Great fight at 135 pounds. Another fight at 135 pounds. Cameron Smotherman, he is back. He got his because it was the short notice UFC debut against Jake Hadley.
Yes.
Great performance in that one. Really just shut him down. Got the unanimous decision win. Very solid fight for him. 27 years old, taking on Sari City. I'm excited to see Cameron Smotherman back, but it's like other than that, I don't really know how much really to say. You know, Sari City 1-1, the UFC both split decisions.
Yeah,
I think Smotherman.
Hopefully, Cameron Smotherman looks great. Maybe gets a knockout. You know.
Yeah, I think Smotherman comes in and I think he UDs him. I don't know if he gets the KO. He does have a decent amount of KOs, 6 KOs on his record, but 6 KOs to 5 decisions. He's got 1 sub.
Yeah, probably does get the UD out here, but yeah, just a young, fun fighter. Just definitely be nice to keep on adding to the list of fun prospects at 135 pounds that are able to cook and do some things. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah.
Now the opposite of a young prospect.
An old scrappy ass vet.
Yeah.
This motherfucker, 50 pro fights under his belt, and he is back re-signed to the UFC. Right here, the real hardest hitting 145er right here. Back at 155.
Yes.
His original home. The home where he knocked out former champion Rafael Dos Anjos, which at that point was it was future champion at that point. Very early in his career.
Way back at UFC 91.
Yeah, insane. But he's taken on, also returning to the UFC, Mason Jones. It was very funny, just this booking of this fight with just bring both these guys back to fight on this card. You know what I mean?
Well, Jeremy Stevens
Mason Jones makes sense because one, he's 30 years old, and it's like he went 1-2 and 1 no contest in the UFC, and it's like, bro, he lost a UD in fight of the night to Mike Davis. Had a no contest with Alan Petrick. Beat David Onama, who's now ranked. Lost a decision to Ludovic Klein. Like,
it's a rough run.
That's a rough run. And that's a decent win within that. You know what I mean? Yeah. But since then, he's on a 4-fight winning streak. 3 of them finishes. Like I said, only 30 years old now. So it's like getting into his prime. You might be able to have some fun.
No, yeah.
They're bringing back Jeremy Stevens because it's hometown hero.
Yes. That and that's but it's just one of those things. Like, just both returning to the UFC to fight each other. Like, it's a good little storyline.
It is. If I remember right, you said he said there was a 1-fight contract for Jeremy Stevens, correct?
I'm pretty sure that he said that. Yeah.
Look, all I'm saying, give him another 1-fight contract if he wins. Him versus Michael Chandler. He fought Eddie. Give him Michael.
Yeah, something like that would be fun. But yeah, it just either way, just good to see fucking Jeremy Stevens betting on himself, trying to get hopefully a big win inside the UFC once more. Gonna be a tough scrap against Mason Jones, but this also has great potential to be fight of the night as well.
Yeah,
it does.
Prelims though, definitely overall not as fun. But there are some gems in here for sure. Yes. And they all come on the women's side, especially in Miesha Tate versus Gianna's side.
Oh my god. Every time.
The instant drop in your face, that was really funny to see, honestly.
Because Jillian Robertson's back.
Yeah,
I know.
Not as impressive, but we love her just as much. Juju's back.
Yes.
Yeah. Oh god, Juju, man. 3-3 taking on a fighter 7-2.
Hey, she's also only 1-2 in the UFC, so you know.
Yeah, but at least she has more experience in fights on the outside that she was able to win. Juju just Jesus fucking Christ.
Bruh,
I love her.
Yeah, man. She give it up, Myrtle Beach. Oh, she's incredible. She's so much fun. Just a fucking dog in there, man.
Yeah.
Like it is. Like, just one of those things where it's like, bro, you're just too tough and not good enough to be here. You know what I mean? Like, it's... Oh, my fucking God. Just, like, she really just, like, needs to try and get, like, performance or fight of the night in every single one of her fights because she's gonna need the money just because she's not gonna get enough fights in. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah. It's rough, man. But she's opening up the card, and there's really no better way to open up a fucking fight night card than with Juju, honestly.
This is true. But yeah, I'm also very excited for Marina Rodriguez and Jillian Robertson.
Yeah.
It's interesting.
I feel like 2 years ago, even, like, just minimum, damn near impossible fight for Jillian Rodriguez to... Jillian Robertson to win, honestly. I feel like Marina is a bit too past it at this point and just really starting to like
1-4 in her last 5.
But it's like even in her last 2 fights, split decision losses both to Andrade and fucking Lucindo. You know, like I know that she hasn't had like an impressive win in a couple years, but she's still tough to get past, you know?
Yeah.
But I do agree that I think that Jillian's gonna get it done, and Jillian is just exciting. Like I feel like I don't know, she's gonna try to get her out of there.
I mean, no, yeah.
I don't know if she does. She's gonna try.
Mean,
she's gonna make it fun.
This fight potentially live for a draw.
No.
Marina potentially like getting a really impressive first round.
I honestly think this is easy second or third round sub for Jillian Robertson. Okay. It's like, yeah, I know, I know you're saying like, you know, just the only the split decision loss, like, you know, in the last one to Yasmin Lucindo, but it's like, bruh, we saw what that follow-up fight with Amanda Lemos was.
I know.
She literally had nothing on the feet and just it was trying for takedowns. Like it was so like just far from the top that if she was able to get the takedowns and do work to win a split decision over Marina Rodriguez, someone like Jillian Robertson with the submission and grappling game that she has, she's dragging you down to the ground, she's taking you back and she's subbing you. Like
that's fair. That is fair.
Like I really feel like this is Jillian Robertson sub very easy. She's just biting you.
No, she just stood up and bit the charger.
Yeah, she's biting on my wire before too. She's being a menace right now.
She is a menace.
But yeah, that's where it just sucks because it's like I love Jillian Robertson. I'm always been like big fan of fucking Marina Rodriguez too. Just always putting on solid scraps, and it just kind of sucks that it's just the father time thing, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like it just gets everyone, man. You can't escape it.
It'll be fun though.
Yeah, I mean, shit. Give me fights that Jillian can grab subs in, please. Like that's all I want to see. I want to see her have an attempt at that record. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah,
Marina's
for real.
Never been subbed.
Damn,
she's been knocked out one time.
Mean, if she subs her, that's huge.
Yeah, for sure. So yeah, we'll see how that one plays out. But yeah, other than those on the prelim, it's like I made the joke. Yana Santos, Miesha Tate. It's a prelim headliner. It's obviously Miesha Tate got the biggest name, but it's like, come on, are we still really entertaining the idea of Miesha Tate title run at 38 years old in 2025? You know what I mean? Like, what are
we aren't.
No, I know, but like
UFC.
Yes. That's where it's like bro, like it, because it's one of those things where it's like I know, like like with me starting like watching MMA just so long ago compared to you, how like there's some of those fighters and things where like there's just that gap in difference of like, no, these are stars, and you're just like, bro, they haven't done anything in 7 years, nobody cares. But it's like some like certain times like they do care, other times they don't, it's like this is one of the UFC really missing on of like, oh, old school name that people care about, right? Like this one is too far like gone of like the difference of the generations of MMA fans where it's like that nobody cares to see Miesha Tate. You know what I mean?
She retired in 2016 and then came back in 2021.
Something like that.
Yep.
Yeah, so it's just like that just 5-year gap there. Just no one's was thinking of Miesha Tate. Then she comes in, wins, but then loses 2.
Yeah.
It's just like no one cares anymore.
Yeah. And so yeah.
But it is
we'll
what it is.
How those go.
Dontel Mays versus Thomas Peterson.
Yep, that's the last real
the fight.
Right. Hey, I like Dontel Mays. Fuck you guys.
I like Dontel Mays actually too.
Yeah, I do. Like obviously he's not great, but he's solid. He's a good test for some of these guys,
Yeah.
See where they're at.
I mean, I think I know where Thomas Peterson is at, considering his lost Lars Schmiel, Gaziv, Ball Pokes, and Waldo Cortez Acosta. I feel like I know where his level is, and it's outside of the UFC.
Waldo and Shamil, both top guys.
Define top.
Both have rankings.
There is 20 fighters in the division.
Give it another 2.5 years, and Thomas Peterson's gonna be a top 15 contender.
Who did you just say both had rankings?
Waldo and Shamil.
Oh yeah, they do.
I was like, you're gonna doubt it.
I thought we were still talking about Dontel Mays and Thomas Peterson. Sorry, I said that for a second. I missed a gap.
Yeah.
Who's the other name?
Yeah. Let's see what Dontel Mays could do in this one.
Yeah.
But yeah, other than that, that's really it for this UFC card. Very solid overall. See how it all plays out from Des Moines, Iowa.
Yeah.
Let's go. I'm sure they're gonna Dana's gonna talk about all the records they break with the money they made off of this event in Iowa. So
yeah, problem.
Hooray! But we got some fight news to get into, and we got some good motherfucking fight news to get into. So let's get into it. Starting it off, UFC 316. We got motherfucking Vicente Luque taking on Kevin Holland. Mixed bag of emotions for this one, honestly.
I can understand why.
It's a good fight. It's gonna be a fun fight. It's just one of those things. I don't want to see fucking Luque take damage, get beat up anymore, and I feel like Kevin Holland's gonna fuck his ass up, honestly.
I mean, that is entirely possible. I'm also just looking at this fight, realizing, wait a minute, they're both really good with Darces. Who Darces who, if it comes down to it?
Not happening. They're both on that opportunistic end with the grappling. Someone goes on them and stuff.
But the thing is, with Luque, he has been grappling a lot more, trying to go for takedowns, at least pushing people up against cage. So it is possible for that to end up happening and occurring.
Yeah, bro, Kevin Holland's probably got like a fucking 10-inch reach advantage on him.
So he's probably going to have to get in there. So he's probably going to be trying to shoot in on takedowns more than likely.
I feel like he's really gonna struggle because it's like Kevin Holland, people that aren't great grapplers, and not like that saying that Luque, he's a good grappler, not great,
Yes, I know what you mean.
Like some big physicality and stuff. I feel like Kevin Holland's gonna have no problem dealing with whatever grappling attempts. He's just gonna beat him up.
Only a 5-inch reach advantage.
Damn, that's crazy. I really thought it was gonna be
76 to 81.
Crazy. But yeah, either way, it's like I feel like it's just such a hard matchup for Vicente Luque, honestly.
Vicente Luque is only a year older.
Yeah, he's not old at all.
No, yeah. It just for some reason I thought they were
been around too long.
He has been around a long time.
Yeah, probably fucking damn near 10 years in the UFC.
Yep. Made his debut in 2015.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Crazy. So yeah, should be fun as long as it lasts. Yeah,
I love Luque.
I do hope that he wins too, but I really don't think he does. We'll see how it goes, though. June 21st, Baku, Azerbaijan. Nazim Sadikov versus Nicholas Moda. It's not the biggest fight, not the most meaningful fight, but it's
going to be fun.
Yes, that's a good fucking fight.
That card in general is just so far just fun.
Yeah, they're popping out for fucking Baku, man. That is just so that they are for their fucking first event ever in Azerbaijan. What a fucking they are cooking for that, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, they really are. I really don't know how this one is gonna go. Because it's like Nicholas
up, I think.
The thing is that Nicholas Mota, he can definitely get knocked the fuck out, and Nazim can knock him the fuck out.
Yes.
Yep.
But sometimes he just goes out there and he just beats people the fuck up that you don't expect, and it's like, dog, you're looking really good. What,
That's true.
It's just you never know what's gonna happen in a Nicholas Mota fight. Is more so what I mean, because I feel like Nazim should go out there and beat the shit out of him round one, get him out of there round one. I
don't think it'll be that easy, but I do think he's gonna put the hands on him, and then he's probably gonna take him down and grab a sub. Honestly. I feel like he's gonna mix it up, have a well-rounded performance, and just show his levels against Nicholas Mota. Honestly, I don't know how the fight's gonna end or anything, but I just feel like Nazim Sadikov is gonna.
Nazim Sadikov, 5'10". He's an inch taller, but has an 1.5 inch reach disadvantage. So, interesting stats there. It is just one of those things where it is hard to predict this fight because of Nicholas Mota doing things against fighters where you're like, okay, I did not expect you to do that against them. But then also Nazim, just sometimes not trying to finish fights almost. You know what I mean? Or trying, but not getting it.
I said the only one that he didn't get it was the draw with Slavopaz, where he just had a real just fucking crazy.
Well, and
fight.
even then, the Ishmael Bonfim fight, he was going for it, but that is a doctor stoppage.
Yeah,
due to a cut. So
yeah, but I'm definitely favoring Nazim in this one. We'll see how it plays out though.
Easily.
May 17th fight inside of the Apex. It's official. We knew it was going to happen. Sadiq Youssef talking about moving up to 155 pounds, and he has his UFC lightweight debut against former tough winner Myron Santos. Brad, what a fight! I absolutely did not expect at all.
Not at all.
Just absolutely wild, bro. I'm so excited to see how this plays out. Fucking Sadiq Youssef, just a fucking awesome fighter, a great guy too. You know what I mean? Just seems like a fucking one of the real genuine good guys of the sport. So it's always gonna be fucking rooting for him. It just sucks too because Myron, he's so good and wanting to see him do good and everything too, But it's man, you signed up for a fight against Sadiq Youssef. It's I'm sorry, man, your ass is gonna have to get fucked up because Sadiq Youssef is on the comeback tour. Let's fucking go.
Yeah,
I agree.
I was about to say. That's virtually identical on him, besides for Sadiq being 7 years older.
Fucking crazy, man. But that should be a very fun fight for as long as that lasts for sure. Another fight for UFC 316. Sergey Spivak was supposed to be taking on Shamil Gaziev. Gaziev pulls out, so in steps in Waldo Cortez Acosta. I was excited to see that step up in competition for Gaziev again, just see how it plays out. But hey, I also want that for Waldo, so
it
Sergey
works.
Spivak, that great guy, especially for these other up and coming young guys. So just very excited to see how that plays out. You guys favoring either one of them heading into it? You think the veteran savvy of Spivak being around in the top of the division for much longer going to get it done, or is Waldo just the better up and coming fighter and he's probably going to score the knockout?
If Waldo can land the shots and knock him out, I wouldn't be surprised. But other than that chance of that happening, I am favoring Spivak.
I was about to say, I'm favoring Spivak 60-40 right now. But Waldo has that power to be able to hurt him. It's just going to be who grapples when. Because if Sergey is grappling Waldo, I feel like if Sergey goes for the takedown first, he's going to be able to sub Waldo.
Yeah, I think this, honestly, I love Sergey Spivak. I want to see him do good and keep getting better. I feel like he's really going to struggle with the jab. He's going to struggle with the movement. He's going to end up just getting touched up, trying to, end up getting more frustrated and just, more predictable with, trying to get in on a takedown or something. and Waldo's going to land a big shot to probably put him down. I feel like this is first or second round knockout for Waldo, easy, honestly.
I mean, I can see it.
I feel like he's going to get it done.
Would not be shocked at all.
I think the striking just might be too much, but yeah, we'll see. Should be a good fight, though. Definitely not a bad one for the heavyweight division. May 31st. What a wacky fucking step up in competition that I was not expecting at all.
Yeah.
Motherfucking Ludovic Klein, our fucking goddamn fan favorite of the like. We love him on this podcast over here. We've been wanting him to get it. Yeah, wanting it for so long, and he just gets top 10 fucking Mateusz Gamrot. Like, what in the motherfucking fuck? Like, I just wild booking, but it kind of makes sense in a way because it's like. Gamrot, he's in the top, but I feel like none of the top guys want to fight him. And then Ludovic, he's working up there, but it's like who in the back end of the top 15 wants to fight Ludovic Klein? You know what I mean? So they probably have both been struggling to just find a fight, and the UFC's like, guys want to fight each other, and they're just like, let's fucking go.
For real.
Yeah. That's a great fight.
Like, I wish Ludovic wasn't in the Apex.
Yeah,
I understand it, but like at the same time, it's like, God damn it.
Yeah, I think Ludovic Klein's gonna go out there and earn a top 15 spot. Honestly, top 10 spot.
I hope he does. That'd be awesome.
He has just gotten real good with the fucking grappling and just everything. Like he can use it offensively. Like he's just so solid, so physical in there. I feel like he's just gonna see the shots come and be able to defend them and just land vicious shots on Gamrot to get it done. Honestly. I don't know if he wins by knockout, but probably by decision.
Yeah, it's hard to knock Gamrot out.
Don't think so.
No, he's got 3 losses, 3 decisions.
Yeah. He's been hurt. We have seen him hurt, rocked, wobbled all over the place. But like, damn, it is hard to get him out of there.
Fucking Dariush was bombing on him. But yeah, so we'll see how that one goes. Should be a whole lot of fun. Back to another fight for Baku, co-main event. Motherfucking Rafael Fiziev from Azerbaijan itself gets a fight against Ignacio Bahamondes.
This is fun.
Yeah, it is.
Crazy.
This is
absolutely
insane.
But I hate it so bad.
What?
I hate it for Fiziev.
Yeah, because it's like Ignacio, he's on a 3-fight losing streak. 3-fight winning streak. He's doing real fucking good. And I want this chance for him to get into the top 15 and to make his statement and just like start moving up. He's 27 years old. He's putting shit together and I love it for him.
Yeah.
But on the other end, you have Fiziev, who is on a 3-fight losing streak. And it doesn't have to be like this, Yeah. Because he lost the majority decision to Gaethje in a great fight, gets injured against Gamrot, takes the Gaethje fight again on short notice, putting him in a fucking 3-fight losing streak, and now he's gonna fight Ignacio, and it's like, I would love for Fiziev to win, but I don't want Ignacio to lose, but I absolutely don't want Fiziev on a 4-fight losing streak either. But if Ignacio loses this, and they're just like, I don't know, what if they do like the fuck shit of like, well, now you gotta fight 3 other guys that don't matter before you get in. He's young, so it doesn't matter too much. But like, I'm hoping that even if he loses to Fiziev, they're like Grant Dawson, or you know what I mean? Like,
yeah, I feel like it'll probably just be like 1 fight or so, because it's just like I feel like they know he's like a rising star for them. I feel like that, you know what I mean? Like he's gonna be a big guy for this division in the future, and it's like, it's just one of those things where like I get it, obviously like it's so rough for Fiziev, but it's like in all reality. Can you really go like give someone any further of a drop off from Justin Gaethje than going to Ignacio Bahamondes?
No, yeah, that's
like
true.
That. No, yeah, like that. I know it's obviously just a super rough spot, but it's like, bro, you just fought Justin Gaethje. It's like you're not gonna go get a fucking, you know what I mean, like a Jordan Vucenic or something. You know what I mean? Like it's just. Like they just can't be doing that, so it's like, I know it's hard, but man, that's just 155. It's like you're in the rankings and you're on a 3-fight losing.
It's more
streak,
of like why it gotta be Ignacio.
It's like
who else? Joel Benoit. Like these are the
Nasrat.
Like,
bingo.
That's not fun though. How you go from fighting Justin Gaethje to Nasrat?
I'm sorry, but Nasrat versus
Fiziev
would be really fun, actually, I think.
I'm not denying that, but I'm just saying from like the company, it's like You're at the level where you're fighting Justin Gaethje.
I get it.
And he's going to Ignacio. Arguably, Nasrat's on a better fucking streak for sure.
Yeah, but Ignacio has more hype. He's way more fun.
Yeah, I know.
That's the thing that I'm talking about. It's not about skill or anything like that. It's
hype. I get it.
It's killers, like
I know.
You can't go from Justin Gaethje to a fight nobody even cares to watch. You know what I mean? Your co-main event in your home country against a motherfucking Ignacio Bahamondes surging. That's the fucking name of the game, brother. You're in the toughest division in the sport. Like it's just, it is what it is. You know what I mean? Like,
great fight.
It's a great fight. Yeah. It's so fucking awesome. I really don't fucking know who wins this. I have no fucking idea. Incredible though.
It is incredible. Speaking of
incredible, I am so unprepared for the emotions and tears at the end of this fight.
Yeah.
Because the retirement fight is official. Dustin Poirier versus Max Holloway 3 for the BMF title. So I guess in that case it is Max Holloway versus Dustin Poirier, since Max is the reigning defending BMF champ. Yep. UFC 318, New Orleans, Louisiana for old Dustin. Oh my fucking God, bro. The chills already. It's just one of those things where it's like everybody knows these two motherfuckers. You know what I mean? We all know what this is. I feel like the only real kind of way of like the new thing about this fight is that obviously their last fight was at 155, but it was Max not giving a fuck to try to be a 155er.
Yeah.
He's keyed in, dialed in on moving to this division. We saw what that looks like when he fought Justin Gaethje in the last one.
Yeah.
I feel like Max is probably going to walk away with a possibly pretty brutal win, honestly, over Dustin Poirier to round out their trilogy.
It's possible.
It's just one of those things, man. How fucking often does someone get to enjoy a nice send off? You know, like we just saw it with Anthony Smith. You know what I mean? It's like when you're fucking there and you know that, like, this is my last one. Like, I'm at the end of it. You know, Max is fucking still 33. He's the BMF champ. He's still gonna be gunning for a 155 title. You know, like, just in very different spots for them. Like, it's fucking hard, man. It's so rare to get the Robbie Lawler send off. You know what I mean?
Yeah. It is. I'm just hoping for a great fight. Dustin goes out, does his thing in front of his hometown crowd, and gets right off into the sunset.
Yeah, all I know, as long as this fight doesn't end within the first 2 rounds, just lock it in for fight of the year. Like there's nothing there. Like what the fuck else could the UFC cook that's gonna be better than Max Dustin in 2025 at 155 pounds? There's nothing.
Lot.
You know what I mean? That's gonna be insane. Let's fucking go, man. Last one to bring up though. June 14th, main event, Georgia. Kamaru Usman versus Joaquin Buckley.
Yeah.
I feel so bad for Usman, man.
Yeah, this is a real rough fight for him.
It is.
Yeah. This is kind of pretty plain and simple in my head, honestly. Buckley's too good, too physical, too well-rounded. Usman's not going to be able to take him down. He's not going to be able to keep up in the striking, and he gets knocked down in under 2 rounds.
Yeah.
I just don't see a path to victory for Usman in this one, honestly.
Damn, it's really been his last 3 are going to be taking out all the old men.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Wonder Boy,
Colby, and
Usman.
Yep. Yeah, man. Buckley's out here cleaning up the division and fucking sending all the contenders to the top. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know.
I'm just glad he skipped over Burns. I did not need to see that.
No, but that's where it's just like,
and then he gets Michael Morales.
Like it doesn't
matter.
Yeah. If you're old in this division, man, you're cooked. Like it's
yes.
just a terrible timeline of like so many great contenders like coming up, like either pre-prime or right in their prime, and like all these people like 37 years old coming out of it. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah,
so rough, man. But yeah, that's it. Should be a great step up for Joaquin Buckley to get himself a top 5 spot, a win over a former champion, and yeah, see how that one plays out though. But let's fucking go. I mentioned the draft.
Yeah, did we? I don't remember.
For what, the card?
Yeah, for the UFC? Card. Yeah.
Oh, no, I don't think so.
Yeah, all three of us have a fighter.
Yeah, I got Corey Sandhagen. Kay has Montel Jackson, and Ginger. Who do you have again?
Jillian
Robertson.
I feel like me and Ginger got easy wins, and Kay's gonna lose. So we'll see.
This is crazy.
Let's go.
It's a bit insane to say easy wins.
Easy wins, at least for me. You know what I mean?
3-0 this week. Good week for all of us.
We'll see how it goes.
Friendly week in the draft.
Oh. Well, let's go. That's everything to talk about for this episode of the podcast. I hope everyone enjoyed it. If you did, don't forget to like and subscribe. And we will catch you, hopefully, on a real fun review to all this good stuff. Let's go. Peace out, everyone.
Yeah, dog.
Peace.